We are not sponsored by Box, but you bet your ass I wish we were. It's been a busy week already. Dr. Harold Aldrich bringing us in once again with Sitting on Top of the World. Check him out at the Rennerville Blues Festival this spring in Rennersville, Oklahoma.
My baby told me she loved another man.
Ouch.
I didn't fit into her lofty plans.
Those dang lofty plans. Where you sitting?
I'm sitting on top of the world. Long as you're alive, you're sitting on top of the world.
Sure enough.
Hey, little girl, there was a time.
There was a time.
I didn't even know your name. Why should I worry? Little girl, it's all in vain. Now you're gone. You know I shouldn't worry.
Where you sitting?
I'm sitting on top of the world. Help me out.
All right. Wasn't that great? Oklahoma Blues. Dr. Harold Aldrich, lifelong friend of mine, great man, terrific man, cool guy. Look him up on YouTube. Dr. Harold Aldrich. Harold Aldrich of Taft, Oklahoma. Great blues man. So glad to be back. Sorry this episode is late. Like I said, this week, going back to this weekend, extremely busy. I didn't get to film the episode when I wanted to. So we are now doing this later than usual. Hopefully Sunday we'll be back on track. But I'm glad you're here with me today. It's an honor to be able to talk with y'all for a few minutes. I really do enjoy it. Welcome to Please Remain Seated, episode 1414. Please remain seated. I'm so glad to be here. Listen, don't forget, if you like the video, hit that like button on YouTube. It's so important. You know, if you like my stuff, don't tell me that you don't have a YouTube account. Just sign up real quick so you can like videos, dislike videos, subscribe, leave comments, share within YouTube, all of that. Share on your Facebook, share on your, Twitter, on the Gram, the Instagram, on that Snap, on that Thanos Snapchat. Whatever, share it on everything. Because I want to get this thing moving. I really do. So what are we going to talk about? Well, let's start off with the fact that my Cowboys absolutely destroyed the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday night. As I thought they would. Because as bad as our season's going, with 3 straight losses, the Eagles suck. So what a great team to get back on track with. And I'll drink to that with this nice Texas beer. So 37-10, I believe, was the Cowboys score. Dak Prescott, I want to say 3 touchdowns. He passed Roger Staubach for the all-time rushing touchdown by a quarterback. Do I think Dak is in the league of Staubach? Heck no. Dak is an average quarterback. I'm not a super big fan, but he can drive the bus. Like Bill Parcells used to say, can he drive the bus? And what Coach Parcells meant by that is, he's an average quarterback. He can keep it between the lines. He's not going to do anything spectacular, but he's not going to lose a lot of games. And I think that is Dak's highest potential, is to be a bus driver, a bus driving quarterback. So, but I'm very proud that we're back on the winning track. I guess this might soften the rumors of Lincoln Riley coming to the Cowboys from the Oklahoma Sooners. You know, I don't care. College football is I don't know why people in my state love college football. It's an inferior game. It's most of the year, you know exactly who you're going to win all your games or you're going to lose all your games. I mean, it's okay. So I'm not on the Lincoln Riley to Dallas train. If it happens, we'll see what they can do. But I'm definitely not sold out that we must have Lincoln Riley. So we'll see. But we'll get to college football here in a minute. But for now, Jason Garrett saved his job. My fear is that Garrett will do this for the Cowboys. He'll do just enough so that we have another 8-8 season. A season of mediocrity. Mediocrity, the true enemy of greatness. Didn't somebody say that? Socrates or something? Or Jamie Foxx? Somebody said it, I don't know who. So, but I do believe that mediocrity is not our friend throughout life. So we'll see what the Cowboys do next week. Again, I'm happy that we won, but I'm not overly excited about our prospects. What else? The World Series started tonight. I do not have a score update. I think the game is going right now. I will be going for the Nationals, I believe. Who do we have? Nationals versus... Holy crap, who is it? The Nationals versus... I can't even remember, but I do know I'm going for the Nats. So why the heck do I need to remember the other team? Who cares? Who cares? Let's see, let's talk a little UFC real quick. Last weekend we had the fight night. Not super big deal in my opinion, but want to mention two fights. Hey, look at this yawn, man. Have I not had enough coffee? My first beer and I'm yawning? Good Lord. So the fights that I want to talk about really quick are Chris Weidman versus, what's that big Neanderthal's name? I forgot his name. Anyway, he used to play football. He's the next big thing in 205. Chris Weidman goes up in weight to fight him. And I was really going for Weidman, but I knew he was in a world of hurt from a size standpoint. And sure enough, he gets obliterated in the first round. And Chris Weidman's stay at 205 is probably already over. I expect him to go back to 185 or retire, which is so sad for the guy that beat the greatest fighter of all time, Anderson Silva, when nobody could beat him. At 29, Weidman might be done at 29 years old. Wow. Just can't believe that. The other fight that I want to discuss briefly is the Greg Hardy fight. Greg Hardy fought another lumpy heavyweight, barely cruised to victory. If you don't know, Greg Hardy is a former NFL player that played for the Dallas Cowboys, Carolina Panthers, and I think a few other teams. But he was ultimately dismissed from the NFL because he's the worst teammate ever, and he has a habit of beating women. He's just not a good dude. And now he's in the UFC. And he sucks, but they're feeding him powder puff fighters because they think he has star power. I don't like it. Here's the controversy in his fight. Between the second and third round, his corner, led by Dean Thomas, gave him a puff of an inhaler. You can't do that, folks. You can't do that. So his victory in that fight was overturned to a no contest. And I have no freaking clue why his corner did that. What were they thinking? No idea. I just found out today that he's going to step up and fight again like November the 5th. And I don't even know who he's fighting. Shoot, pardon me. But I hope he loses. I'm not a Greg Hardy fan. Not one bit. Not one bit. So those are the two fights I want to mention on that fight card. I think this weekend we have Ben Askren versus Damian Maia. I love this. I love the way Ben Askren has been handling this. He's been reminding everyone that Jiu-Jitsu has no takedowns, which I think is hilarious. I bet you heard me last week railing about this. Jiu-Jitsu ground fighting system with no takedowns. It's hilarious. What the heck is going on? You know, I won't rehash last week's episode, but we were all snowballed by Royce Gracie. Me too. I was a super fan. I didn't realize that UFC 1 through 4 were really just infomercials for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu with loaded cards full of people that would easily be submitted by Royce. So there you go. I love Jiu-Jitsu, but if you're going to use it, learn wrestling, or you're wasting your time. So, I don't know what's going to happen in that fight. Will Askren be able to submit Maia? I kind of doubt that. Will Maia be able to take Askren down? I sure as hell doubt that. So we could just have a damn boxing match between two guys that can't box. Happens all the time. When you have people that specialize in the same thing, they end up doing something else the whole fight. So, there you go. What else is going on in the fight world? Conor McGregor, who you all know is one of my favorite fighters, is still lobbying for a rematch with Khabib. He's obtained a Russian visa, and by the way, that's not a credit card. I thought it was. I thought it was a credit card, but apparently that's what you need to travel somewhere, a visa, because they don't take American Express. So he got his Russian visa, all kidding aside, and he's going to Moscow and holding a press conference day after tomorrow, on Thursday. And we're all speculating what the heck this is about. I expect that it's about, first off, calling out Khabib again, trying to goad him into a fight, and then if not, it's going to be about selling this whiskey. So, probably a little bit of both. So I can't wait to hear about it, to see how this press conference goes, because, heck, why not? Why not do Khabib Conor again? Conor wants it. Obviously, it's going to be a huge underdog, but what's out there for Khabib outside of a GSP fight? Dana White came out and said that it's Khabib's call on the rematch, and Khabib is the man, not Conor, which, fair enough, he's the champ, so it's hard to argue that. I do know Conor snapped back on Twitter saying, that Khabib's pay-per-view with Dustin Poirier might as well have been in a tent in the parking lot. It was so poorly attended. So, we can all dispute Conor's fighting ability versus marketing power, but he can definitely draw them in. So whoever gets to fight Conor next is going to get paid. And that could be Frankie the Answer Edgar, which I think is a terrible fight for Conor. Should he win? Heck yeah, he should easily win. But who cares? You beat Frankie Edgar, who is basically a washed-up guy. Not only is he washed up, but he's 135. He's a natural 135er, and Conor's a natural 155er. So I think it's a bad fight. It's only got an upside for Frankie, and I hope instead Conor can either rematch Khabib or possibly maybe Justin Gaethje or something like that. But or even Poirier again, Dustin Poirier. Rematch would be good, but Frankie Edgar, what a honor, because I think it would be the Chadman in this fight, only worse for Frankie. It would just be crazy. Week after next is when we have UFC, I believe, 245 in Madison Square Garden. And that's where we will have the baddest mother belt on the line with a fight between Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz. I think this is interesting. I think it's pretty funny, but I'll definitely enjoy the fight. I'll probably be going. I don't know who I'll go for, but I will enjoy the fight. I think the bad MF belt is kind of a little bit of a gimmick, a little bit of WWE, but heck, why not? Let's do it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I give a slight edge to Nate, but not by much. Not by much. What else is going on? Politics, the impeachment inquiry goes on. It's still being talked about. I still think the Democrats have no chance of getting this thing passed. I think it's been interesting what you hear out of Hillary right now. It is obvious to me that she's probably running. She's come out and called Tulsi Gabbard a Russian agent and all of this stuff. And I do know she's been on a monthly DNC call, revving up the party. So seems pretty obvious she's probably running. And I think they're waiting for the impeachment, hoping that goes through, and then she'll come in to, quote, save the day, as you've heard me say before. I think it's hilarious. I think that she has no shot. Trump is still going to easily run to victory this year, 2020, and I don't think Hillary can do anything about it, anything at all. What else? Beto has backed off his stance. God, just saying his name, Beto. That guy is hilarious. That guy is the worst candidate there's ever been. Beto O'Rourke. The guy's an embarrassment. I'd like to see his taxes. Somebody get me Beto's taxes. I want to see how many skateboards he bought last year. I just can't believe this guy. I can't believe people buy into his crap. Beto has backed off saying that he's going to go door to door and collect your AKs. He's now, saying, well, if there be a buyback, or he's, whatever, dude. You're not collecting anything. This is America. This is America. This is America. When I grew up on Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, Arnold, Stallone, America. Don't get soft, America. We are softening up. We're like that McDonald's fake ice cream. So soft you can't even, as soon as they hand it to you, it's just a glass of milk. That's all you got left. This guy is so soft, and unfortunately he represents the left, and the left is simply way too soft. The Second Amendment is not something to be ashamed of. The Second Amendment is not something to be ashamed of. I don't think we have a gun problem. I think we have a heart and soul problem. Because I've never seen a gun fire itself. I've never seen a gun fire itself, as you've heard me say before. So there you go. Elizabeth Warren's come out this week and said that she is going to tax guns so much that people won't want to buy them anymore. I hope you're taking note of that. You think being from Oklahoma and all, she'd be a little more Second Amendment friendly. Man, if I hear that woman say Oklahoma again, oh my God, whatever, lady. Whatever. Because you drove through Oklahoma? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What's going on with Bernie? I guess he's back in. I saw him in the debates. Whatever. Bernie's not going to win. Bernie says billionaires shouldn't exist. Billionaires shouldn't exist. What? Billionaires shouldn't exist. Are they like cockroaches? Are they like houseflies? Mosquitoes? Billionaires exist because billionaires work. Billionaires exist because billionaires work. We are America. we made capitalism cool. And we're not going to let this country be socialist. So quit trying to mess up Electoral College. Our votes are going to count. We're not going to let LA and New York pick our president every 4 years. We're going to fight. We're going to get things where they need to be. I just can't believe when Trump got elected, I was still somewhat of a committed Democrat, and Trump started using the term fake news. I thought, what the heck is this guy talking about, fake news? But boy, is he right. You've got Joe Biden clearly involved with Ukraine nonsense, and the news won't even look into it. Then this week they come out with the whistleblower that's got the recorded video of CNN having meetings, talking about how they were going to make up stories, how they were going to make sure that Trump looked as bad as possible, actually saying that if a shooting happens in a poor black area, they won't televise it, but if it happens in a white area, they want to make a big deal of it. I just think that the fake news is so disheartening. For me as a journalist, I'm so disheartened by the fake news situation because journalists should be tellers of truth. What else is going on? College football, the Sooners crushed West Virginia. The only thing that mattered in that game was the damn Sooner schooner flipped over, and it was freaking hilarious. They're like dun 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 dun, and touchdown, boomer. And this brother was driving the schooner. I think he was trying to see what was on the radio. And he looked up, and the horses were turning, and he flipped over, man. He flipped over and sent this young lady flopping out of the wagon, and but man, she did a nice roll. He did not do a good roll. This young man hit the ground hard, but the lady, she did a nice roll. As far as I know, everything is okay. Of course, PETA's not involved. PETA wants the Sooner Schooner banned. Of course they do. More leftist crap. So you just come out and say they're not going to use it for the rest of the year for sure, which is ridiculous. But it was very, very funny to see that thing flip like that. I'm so glad everybody's okay, but I can't help but laugh every time I see it because I'm pretty sure it was driver error. Driver error. What else is going on? OSU, they got beat by Baylor. Mike Gundy's job's probably in jeopardy. I don't know what to say about him except they got a quarterback that's not ready. The quarterback is not ready. He needs to be playing for Blanchard or something in high school because he's not ready for Big Ten college football. Period. What else I'm going to tell you guys about? Very cool YouTube video I saw of the cowboy. Look this up. The cowboy that lassoed the thief at Walmart. This cowboy rode his horse up from his ranch to Walmart to pick up an item, and he hears somebody screaming, "Help me, he stole my bike." And he sees this guy riding off with his bicycle, chasing down his horse, lassos him, ties him to a post, and waits on the cops. Very cool. Very, very cool. I was glad to see that. Look that up on YouTube. I'm a movie guy. I'm really into movies, and I have been reading up on 4K. I love to get 4K Blu-rays. Have recently found out that basically all 4K Blu-rays are not true 4K. They are upscaled from HD. I mean, brand new movies. Brand new. What are you talking about? Talking about It, talking about Lion King, talking about Toy Story 4. They're not true 4K. What's happening is the video files get so large that the movie studios operate in 1080p HD to put the files together and all that stuff, and then at the very end they upconvert them to 4K. I'm so disappointed. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout to buy only true 4K, only native 4K Blu-rays. And you can find out which one, whether or not a movie is native 4K by going to Blu-ray.com and checking. And what I'm finding out is most of the older movies are native 4K. But whether it's Wizard of Oz or American Gangster, Scarface, they're all native 4K now because they can take those prints and do a true 4K transfer. And they're not up-converted like the new digitized movies. So, fake 4K, there you go. Cutting corners. What America used to not be about, we're doing it all the time. Very disappointing. Back to UFC stuff real quick. I saw what Colby Covington had come out and said that if Dana White puts the belt on him after his upcoming fight in November, if he wins against Kamaru Usman and Dana White puts the belt on him, he's going to turn around and smack Dana White with the belt. Am I the biggest Dana White fan? No. But we don't smack our boss with a belt. That's the problem with this generation, is lack of respect. I know Colby's trying to do the Conor McGregor thing, and say the crazy stuff, but you're not going to smack your boss with a belt. I love Dana's response. He said, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Last night I saw a great documentary about Quentin Tarantino's first 8 films called QT8. So blown away by Tarantino. So blown away by his film knowledge. Just love this guy. Not in a gay way, but love him. Love his work. Love what he does. And his film his film work is second to none. And what an honor it was to see his new documentary, one night only, in movie theaters, and really take a look back at his first 8 films. I was really blown away from Reservoir Dogs all the way through The Hateful Eight. I think there's nobody's done it better. And I just can't believe he's only going to do one more film, and I don't know what it'll be, but man, I love watching this guy's films. And I cannot wait until Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is available to buy for home use, because I'm going to watch it in my own screening room, because I just absolutely love that film. Love that film. So anyway, I think there's just not many people making really good movies now. Joker, I've talked about it. Joaquin Phoenix, great acting. The Joker movie kind of sucks. Do you guys really think Batman would have a problem with that guy? The guy is just a bullying victim that finally got a pistol. That's all he is. That's all he is. He'd be a snack for Batman. So I'm not really impressed with that. The funny thing about that movie, though, is the left at one point was championing it, and now they don't like it. It's so weird, because they can't see that their own policies are kind of what got this going. The victim mindset, the learned helplessness, all this stuff, the lack of opportunity to work. There's nothing wrong with government if we're doing things to help people be independent, to help people work. Those of you that know me know I'm about disabled people working. And what I saw in this movie is with the Joker, and I'm sorry we're still talking about it, but it's a big character to me, and I hate the way they did it. I really do. I think it was just okay. I think Mr. Phoenix did a great job in the okay movie, but a hangover guy. So if they would have got this guy opportunities, he probably would have been a great clown and never would have become the Joker. And really, if they played this out, I bet they're going to say he's not the Joker. He's just somebody that ended up inspiring the Joker later, would be my guess. So there you go. I'm gonna try to quit bringing that dang movie up, but those characters really matter to me. They really matter to me. So let's watch this week and see what goes on with the CNN stuff. I think more stuff's going to come out with the CNN whistleblower. CNN used to be a great news network. 90s, even into the first part of the 2000s. But now, it's just really embarrassing. It really is. Fake news everywhere, guys. I don't care what side of the spectrum you're on. Fake news is running everything. It really is. Basketball's starting up. I think the Thunder's first game is Wednesday. I wish the best for them. I think Chris Paul is going to be, not the Chris Paul we remember, but he's the best we got. So I'll be cheering hard for him, but I just don't know how much we can do in terms of winning. I don't know if you guys can see, but I've got my blacked out Iron Man hat on tonight. I want to give a shout out to Robert Downey Jr. Still blown away by his Iron Man performance and what he did in Endgame when he went back to that line, I am Iron Man with the snap. Robert Downey Jr. is one of the coolest guys around. And although I still watch Marvel movies, I don't think we'll ever get back to what we got in that first 10. I really don't. I really don't think that we will. I have a Joker shirt on. This is actually a tribute to Prince and his time as when he did the score for the Batman film in '89. And in his Bad Dance video, he looked like the Joker. And this is what my shirt is referencing. So, I just am superheroed out, I guess. But I love superheroes because they represent the utmost achievement of human potential in my mind. And they get the job done. And I want to show my best potential, and I want to get the job done. So, hey, a little bit shorter episode, but it's getting very late. We'll have another episode this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think that at 14, we're doing some good things. We're doing some real good things, so hopefully we'll have many more episodes to discuss many more things. Message me, social media, 6-Foot Cowboy. Please subscribe to the podcast. I think if I can get a few comments, if I get a few things going, a few shares, maybe we can get this episode up there. But hey, I know we're a week away, but let's get that candy, get ready for Halloween. I think it's going to be a great Halloween season, so let's make sure that we get out there and get them Snickers early. Who can remember trick-or-treating, right? You hated when you went somewhere and they had bad candy. They had the really poor candy. You're like, where's the Snickers? So splurge for the Snickers and make kids happy. Let's go out with a little more Harold Aldridge tonight. Again, this is Sitting on Top of the World by Harold and Pat on the album Deep Blues, which you probably cannot find. But please check him out live if you get a chance. Harold Aldridge. Alright? Take care of yourself, everybody. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Sitting on top of the world.